Hey guys, Tang with FAF Airsoft here, and today's video is going to be about the Lancer Tactical Gen 3 series sport line guns. So what's different between the Gen 2 and Gen 3s? Let's start off the bat with the externals. This is the Gen 3 Mk18. You'll notice some small differences on the outside. First with the stock. This is more the more streamlined soft mod stock, so it's a bit smaller in stature. It's kind of nice because it's very comfortable. However, you do lose the extra battery storage there, so it'll require a buffer tube battery. More into that later. Next is the revised and textured grip. The angle of the grip has been revised to be a lower angle, so you're not cocking your wrist as much. Smaller statured players or people that tend to run the stock in a tighter position, you're not angling your wrist in a way that's very uncomfortable. Also, there's a shelf here for your thumb, so you can get more authority over the weight of the gun compared to the traditional M4 that lacks this. On the Mk18 version, you'll still get the rail system, metal outer barrel, vertical grip that's removable, and the flip-up rear sight and the fixed triangle front sight. And then all the standard controls will be there. Plus, you get the metal QD sling swivel rear end plate thing here. You also have the flat trigger now as standard, as well as a widened trigger guard. All right, so inside is where it makes the biggest difference. So the Gen 3 Lancers will feature a revised gearbox with a programmable Mosfet. So a lot of new players might be wondering or hear this term a lot, what's a Mosfet? Mosfet is an electronic chip inside that regulates the electricity and increases the efficiency overall of the electrical system. What you get in return is a better electrical response and so on, and some protection there for some components that often wear out on a non-MOSFETted gun, such as trigger switch. The new Gen 2 guns will all come with a Dean's plug, so if you purchase a battery, make sure you get a buffer tube LiPo battery that fits in here and has a Dean's plug by default, or get it converted to Dean's and you'll be fine. I have in here a 900 milliamps 11.1 volt LiPo, and we can do a quick shoot test with it just so you can hear how it sounds. Pretty fast, not insanely fast that it's not usable. I think I like it just where it is as far as the rate of fire goes. Listen to how quick it responds as far as the trigger response goes. Trigger pull is kind of on the average side. It's not short stroked or anything, but that's good because it's safer for most players, I would say. But as far as the response goes, it is there, so you can get on the semi-auto pretty quick. Included in the box on the Gen 3 Lancers is you're going to get the gun, the grip, of course, as far as the Mk18 goes. No battery, no charger on this one. The price is a little bit higher so that you get the electronics. So what you have here is between the Gen 2 and Gen 3, Gen 3 kind of sits in the middle before a full Pro line. Basically, you get a Pro line level internals on a sport line body, I would say is the best way to sum it up. The Gen 2s are still being produced and still offered, so for those who are completely new and need a solution out of the box that comes with everything, those will still feature the gun without the MOSFET, but quick change spring system. And then you have the battery and charger in the box and a high cap magazine. Speaking of the magazine, on the Gen 3 models, you'll get their new high-speed mid-cap. So you are ready with a mid-cap out of the box that feeds very well on a fast gun. It is lacking a BB loader in the box, so be sure to pick that up separately. It's still going to feature a quick change spring system, so this model will sit comfortably between the two price points. If you are somewhat new or need something a little bit better out of the box and don't mind spending a little bit extra, you do get a nice shooting gun with a MOSFET. Of course, this is going to have a tight bore barrel, as all the Lancers do, which is a 6.03 brass tight bore. There's the familiar dial hop-up. Without further ado, I'm going to do a quick shoot test. It's slightly breezy here today. I would say in the 5 mile per hour or less range, but still breeze is present. I have some targets set out there that's about 50 feet away if you can't tell. Another nice thing about the Gen 3 Lancers is it does include an extra spring in the box. It's already installed with a 400 FPS or outdoor rated spring. Inside the box should be an indoor rated spring. So if you follow our previous videos or videos out there on the internet on how to access Lancer's quick change system, you can change to the spring without having to purchase anything extra. So typically a spring is about 10-20 bucks. Next, nice value added there. So first I'm going to plug in my buffer tube sized LiPo. This is an 1100 milliamp. Fits okay with all the wiring and stuff, and I could still collapse it. Although 900 you'll probably have a better, 900 milliamp you'll probably have a better time. You heard 2 confirmation beeps. That means the MOSFET is powered. One thing to note for anyone running a MOSFET of any sort, doesn't matter if it's an ASG Scorpion Evo, Gate Titan, Lancer gun here, Classic Army, whatever gun comes equipped with a MOSFET, programmable or not, that MOSFET actively draws battery power as it's plugged in. So you do not want to leave your batteries plugged in overnight or the next couple of days if you're not using the gun. It's going to discharge that LiPo battery to a low point where you can't come back and never be used again. So you will permanently ruin your battery. All right, so let's go over the programming modes. If you go on the reference card, you have semi, 2-round burst, 3-round burst, 4-round burst, 5-round burst. It's binary trigger and full auto. That's pretty cool. So let's go over how to program that. I'm currently on safe, batteries plugged in. I have no ammo in the gun, I've already checked. And here we go. First step is to manipulate the selector. You need to go from semi to auto twice, clicking back and forth. On the second cycle, be sure to leave it on auto. So I'm going semi, auto, semi, auto. You heard the motor bump and you heard some confirmation beep. Now it's in programming mode. Next, we're going to select your mode. I'm going to do semi-auto only for the auto position. So I'm going to do 1 pull, that's 1 beep, and that says on the card here 1 times for semi only. To save the program, hold the trigger down for 2 or more seconds. Okay, now we're good to go. So semi is semi, and auto should also be semi. So now it is semi-locked with the software. All right, next let's try the 3-round burst function in full auto. So same thing, semi, auto, semi, auto. Now it's in programming mode. Number 1, program 2, that's 2-round burst. Program 3, that's 3-round burst. Save that. Okay, she's all programmed. Here's 3-round burst. There you go. All right, let's try binary now. So first one is 1. That's number 2. Program 3. Program 4. Program 5, that's 5-round burst. Now number 6 is a weird beep for 5 plus 1 beep. That's number 6. We're going to keep that one. That's binary mode. So binary mode, you have normal semi-auto, but on auto, now you have the binary mode activated. You have a 1-shot pull on the trigger pull and 1 shot on the release. That may or may not be legal in some fields. Check with your local field if that setting is legal. And here's the pull, and here's a shot on release. So pretty cool because you can just do this. All right, so final thoughts on the gun. Excellent price point, has some really cool high-end features. I would gladly use this gun as a base gun for some other projects for sure. The way it shoots out of the box is quite nice and certainly a bit cleaner than your typical sport line Lancers there. If you are out for value and need more to start off with, the Gen 2 will still be around for the time being, and it's not going anywhere, so you can get a Gen 2 that's less complicated, has better battery storage, and is good for you out of the box. If you want to get a little bit more features with some concessions such as the battery space, then go ahead and pick this guy up. I think for the features and what you get, certainly everything on it is nicely thought out there. Lancer's doing a lot to take customer feedback and kind of build out their guns to match what people want as far as features go, and that's a good thing. A lot of people kind of clown on Lancer for whatever reason because of some old Reddit posts or some controversy back then. This is a couple of years now. I think the company's had a lot of time to address that, or at least move past it. I think a lot of people who are critics of the products, you know, I would say are being gatekeepers of the sport. Worry about what you're buying and put the money behind products that, you know, help grow the sport in your local community, not some brands that don't exist in the US and don't bother taking feedback. That's my 2 cents on it. That was a little side rant there. So, as always, you can find this and many other products that we feature on foxairsoft.com. Be sure to check out our website. We also do a free gun giveaway every quarter there. So if you're looking for a free gun, every couple months it changes. So be sure to sign up for free. That's for US and Canadian residents only. Also appreciate you guys watching and the feedback. And you know, I think the biggest thing is the referrals. Thank you for telling your friends about us and bringing us new customers so that we can continue to grow the sport in our local communities. I'm Tank from Fox Airsoft. I will see you guys later.